Welcome back to the channel. Now we are going to see regarding the concept of Python logging. Generally, Python logging is a type of an exception which is used to raise different types of events whichever are happening. Generally, the major benefit of using this particular concept is we can perform different file debugging operations, log operations, and we can perform various types of requests which are processing, and also we can implement different inbuilt modules which are happening in a logging events. Generally, in a logging, we are having a multiple number of events which we can perform. Like here, you can see the multiple events like critical, error, warning, info, debug, and not set. Here critical represents if the error is more, if the error percent is more, then we can treat it as a critical. Means if your error rate is critical, then you have to resolve a problem very fastly. And if it is an error, it is just an error, you have to rectify the error to run your particular program. If it is a warning, it gives warning to you that your program having certain warnings. Based on the particular warning, we have to rectify it. Info is nothing but it is going to give the particular information of that particular part of the program. Debug means it is a message representing the debugging information. Not set means it is a level which doesn't set, means it comes under the zero. Here in a Python programming language, whatever the thing it is, either it may be critical or warning or info or debug or not set, whatever the thing it is, all comes under the category of error itself. So these are the things that the logging happens. So now let's see how to define a log, and let's see how to define an error and all these things. Here for defining the log of the particular message, this is the general syntax. Logging dot basic config. Basic config is nothing but a configuration function of a module. Logging dot basic config of file name is equal log.txt. Here I am giving the file name as log.txt. Level logging is equal warning, means I am here, I am generating warning message by myself. We are generating a message here. So now let us see here. Logging dot debug of message means here I am passing the message from the log file. Here logging dot info of message, logging dot warning of message. In by different various functions we are passing the message, like here by the help of a debug function, by the help of info function, by the help of warning function, with the help of different functions we are transferring the message. Here let us see how to execute these particular functions by the help of Python programming. So first, while running the program, first I am importing the log module. So I am writing an import statement called import logging. So whatever the log information I am writing, first I have to create a file. So that is why in a line number 2, if you observe, logging.basic config means I am taking a basic configuration file. File name is equal log.txt, means whatever the operation I am performing, that particular operation will be performed in a log.txt file. So the file name may be vary, whatever the name you want to define, you can define the file name whatever it is, like srinu.txt, like that. It depends upon your level. Level is equal logging.warning. Here I am generating warning message, so that is why I have written as level.warning. Third line, print logging module demo, means this is a demo program how to execute the log message. Fourth line, logging.debug, this is a debug message. In previously just we saw there are different types of warnings like debug, info, warning, error, critical. So I want to print all the particular statements, so I have written all the information here. Logging.debug, this is debug message. Logging.info, this is info message. Logging.warning, this is warning message. Logging.error, this is error message. Logging.critical, this is critical message. These are the outputs that we are going to get in our program. So in these programs, already I told that all the messages like info warning, debug warning, error warning, critical warning, general warning, all the things comes under the error itself. So out of these five warnings, whatever you have written from line number 4 to line number 8, it is going to highlight only line number 6, line number 7, and as well as line number 8. Why? Because line number 5 and line number 4 is no need to much concentrate on that. So that is why debug message and information message is just going to vomit. So this is a one more program to define a logging message. So whatever the log program, if you want to define, generally we have to write a import statement, import logging. The next thing you have to do is you have to create a file with the file name .txt, means you are creating a text file. And whatever the log message you want to generate, like warning message or debug message or info message, whatever the message you want to generate, you have to write that particular message. Like here you can observe level is equal logging dot debug message. In this particular program, I am going to define debug message. Next line I am writing print logging module demo, means this is just a print statement. Logging dot debug, this is debug message. Logging dot info, this is info message. Logging dot warning, means whatever the things I want to define in the program, I am going to define all the things in the program. So here in this particular program, whatever the information I want to print, that particular information will be printed. So I want to print all the data. So you can observe in a program I have written 4 type of messages like debug, warning, error, critical. So I have got all 5 outputs here. So next, so now how to pass the information by the help of a log files. So this is just a program. In a previous video we already saw what is an arithmetic exception. So this program related to that particular arithmetic concept. So all, I think everyone are familiar with arithmetic exception like 10 by division exception like 10 by 0. It is an arithmetic exception. So this program completely depends on the arithmetic exception. So to write that particular program, first I am taking a import logging. So I am importing the logging statement. Next, logging that basic config, means whatever the log information I am defining, that particular information will be stored in a mylog.txt. It is stored in a text file. The name of the text file is mylog, and level of logging is called logging.info. Means this program defines the information of the particular program. So that is why I am defining the information. Logging.info is called a new request came. So information. Next, try block, I am writing a try block. Here I am taking a 2 values x and y. X is equal int input of enter first name, means whatever the input I am taking, that input should be in a form of integer type. So that is the meaning of x. So in the same way, y also should be a form of integer data type. So that is why I have given int input of enter second number. So in a 7th line, if you observe, print x by y. So whatever the value you have given in x, whatever the value you have given in y, so it is going to divide x value by y value. So here in this division case, if you are giving 10 by 0, so we cannot divide 10 with 0. So definitely you are going to get error, isn't it? So if you observe line number 8, accept 0 division error as message. So if you are giving y value as 0, you are going to get an error message which you have written in line number 9. Print cannot divide with 0. And if you are giving any values like if you enter first number as 5, if you enter second number as 6 six, if you written a text form, the text form we should not accept. So if you written in a text form, you are going to get error which is written in line number 12. Enter only integer values. If you enter only integer values, then only you are going to get output. So if you give x value as 12, y value as 10, definitely you are going to perform division operation and you are going to get result. So if you observe 14th line, you are going to request processing completed, means if you give input values correctly, whatever you told in the program, then definitely your program processing will be completed. So if you observe the outputs, this is the output. Enter first number 10, enter second number 2. Of course our program is going to run, you are going to get output as 5. Next program, enter first number 10, second number 0. We cannot divide with 0, so that is why you got an error called cannot divide with 0. So next output, enter first number 10, enter second number t and 10 I have written. We cannot divide number with integer form, so we cannot, then we are going to get message called enter only integer values. So this is a program. So next, for this particular program, whatever we have run now, for that particular program log file will be generated. So where this log file will be generated, already we have created a file called mylog.txt. In that particular file, all this information will be generated at the background. Whatever the task we are performing here, that particular log information will be generated in the background side. If you open that particular file, this all the data will be generated. Info, whatever the task we have done, we have given an integer value, 2 integer values. Next we have given one integer value and one zero value. Next we have given one integer value and one alphabet value, string value. So whatever the things we have done, all the information data will be stored in a log file. So you can see in line number 1, info, a new request came, info, request processing completed, info, a new request came. Next, 4th line, error, cannot divide with 0. We have given 0 there. 1 minute, if you observe here, you have given 0 in 24th line. So it is an error, no? So that is why here it is generated error value, cannot divide with 0. fifth line we have given some we have given y value as 10, t and 10, we have not given number, so that is an error. So that's why you have got error in line number 7. So what is the error? Zero division error. Next, like that, whatever the operation you have defined, you have done, background it is going to perform all the things like this. Next, Python debugging by using assertions. Assertions, this is a concept like debugging is nothing but the process of identifying the bug in the program is called debugging. The bug means is nothing but a type of error. So generally you can see the bug in a print statements. In a print statements, generally we can see the bugs whatever we have having in a program. So let us see, assertion is a type of statement where we can continue the execution whenever our program condition is true. So whenever you find our program condition is false, then the program execution will be stopped and it is going to raise an error. This error is called as an assertion error. So now let us see how to run the assertion program and what is the syntax of that and all these things. The syntax is assert, condition and message. Means assert, I am going to write assert, and whatever the condition I want to give, I am going to give the condition. In that condition, if you want to alert any type of error, you are going to write error. So based on the syntax, let us see the error. Sorry, example. Here I am defining x value as 10. X is equal to 10. So here assert x is greater than 0. So if x value is greater than 0, what should I get? A print value x is a positive number. If I give an x value as -2, then definitely I am not going to get print statement whatever I have written. I am not going to get that particular output, isn't it? If the condition is true, then only we are going to get output. If it is not true, we are not going to get output whatever we have defined. So if the condition is true, you are going to get output whatever you have written. In this assert concept, we are going to have two different types of assert statements. First one is simple version. Next, second one is augmented version. Simple one version is nothing but whatever the condition you have given. If that particular condition is true, you are going to get you are going to get the output. So augmented condition means whatever the condition you have given, if the condition is true means it is going to perform the operation. If the condition is not true means it is going to generate an error message. So let us see an error message here. Whatever the program I have written, define square function. I am defining a square function of x, means whatever the value I have given in a place of x, I am going to get a square value. Like 2 means 2 square, 3 means 3 square, like that different square values will be generated. Means here you can see assert square of 2, square root of 2 is 4, assert square of 3, 9, assert square of 4, 16, like that. You can see here the outputs whatever we have defined. Next one is exception handling. Exception handling means that nothing but if there are any errors, it is going to handle all the things. So here the major difference between exception handling and assertion concept is assertion concept is used to alert the programmer who is to solve the problem whatever we are getting at the time of program development. Error handling is used to handle the error while we are running the program. So this is the general basic difference between the exception handling and as well as assertion. Thank you.